Look at this guy, his name is Xiaoshuai. He just developed an AI object recognition application.
However, it's running on the NPU of the CPU. Hi there, I'm chip engineer Lao Shi, and I've got something new for you today. On the first look, this development board might seem ordinary, but there's something special here. This is actually an AMD Ryzen 8000 embedded CPU. You might be familiar with developing embedded system, but have you ever used x86 CPUs for embedded applications? In fact, many embedded fields like industrial control, smart cars, medical devices, and networking rely heavily on x86 architecture CPUs. The main player in this area are Intel and AMD. While these two giants constantly battle in the PC and data center markets, they have also been fiercely competing in the embedded domain. Recently, empowered by the AI advancements, AMD has made significant strides, created a unique technological path, and even some world-first achievements. So why are these x86 giants so focused on the embedded market? What core technology advantages do x86 chips, especially AMD's embedded chip, offer in embedded applications, and how challenging it is to develop with an embedded x86 CPU. So in today's video, we'll cover all these topics, and I will also walk you through a step-by-step development processes on this board, and finally deliver an object detection application. It's a very detailed tutorial, so don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and let's dive into it. So I have mentioned embedded several times, and if you're not familiar with this term, it simply means embedding computers within various devices and systems. Unlike the general purpose computers we use daily, embedded computing is more specialized and customized. So from smartwatches and kitchen applications to automotive electronics, embedded technology is actually everywhere, acting as the invisible brain behind modern society. So by 2030, the global embedded processor market could reach between $31 billion and $47 billion. So given this extensive manufacturing in the consumer electronics industry, China is becoming a major center for embedded technology consumption and production. Traditional embedded applications are usually small, low power, and cost-effective, and with moderate performance requirements. But with the growth of AI, especially large language models, it has elevated computing power into crucial dimension for embedded applications, giving rise to the resurgence of edge AI. So everyone knows AI, but what is edge AI then? Well, it brings AI directly to where data is generated, enabling devices or local servers to process data and make decisions immediately without sending data to the cloud data centers. This approach significantly reduces latency, increases security, and enhances cost effectiveness. So a common edge AI example is actually the AI features on smartphones. However, the field includes many other intriguing applications. Recently, at the chip technology event in Shanghai, I encountered numerous edge AI applications, such as intelligent cockpits in cars, smart mirrors, smart visual system in factories, and even AI-powered scales in supermarkets. Well, some viewers of my video commented that edge AI isn't actually new. What's changed now is the rapid advancement of large AI models. The real challenge is to deploy these powerful models effectively, essentially leveraging AI to generate value. The embedded applications have become ideal vehicles for developing AI solutions, such as turning regular glasses into smart glasses or a standard robot vacuum into a smart device. So beyond consumer electronics, AI also enhances countless industrial applications, such as smart defect detection in factories, robotic arms, medical imaging analytics, and automotive entertainment systems. So these applications require high reliability, robust computing capabilities for AI model inference, and a mature software ecosystem. So this happens to be precisely the strengths developed by the x86 CPUs over the past few decades. Intel previously dominated the embedded x86 sector. However, AMD's market share reached a historic high of 25% by Q4 2024 and continues growing, thanks to their successes in data centers and embedded domains. So AMD's embedded x86 journey began with the low-power series, progressed to G-series APUs integrating CPU and GPU, and then advances to Ryzen embedded V1000 series combining Zen architecture with Vega's GPU, powering Tesla's Model 3 and Model Y. So AMD's first significant advantage in embedded x86 lies in continuous innovation. Updates to Zen architecture, increased cores and manufacturing advancements from 14 nanometer to 7 nanometer and then 4 nanometer. So the Ryzen embedded 8000 on this board features 4 nanometer Zen 4 architecture, up to 8 cores, 16 threads, and 5.1 GHz frequency, and 35 to 54 watts TDP with Zen 5 and 3 nanometer technologies on the horizon. AMD's second unique advantage is their comprehensive chip portfolio, such as CPUs, GPUs, and FPGAs. Uniquely, AMD extracted AI engines from FPGA technology to create XDNA architecture, an independent, flexible IP module combinable with CPUs or FPGAs. So the Ryzen embedded 8000 includes this AI engine optimized for deep learning inference, offering 16 TOPS AI performance. Combined with CPUs and GPU capabilities, total inference performance reached 39 TOPS, comparable to many current AI PCs actually. So a major x86 advantage in embedded applications is its robust software ecosystem, simplifying development, reducing costs, and ensuring compatibility across operating systems, industrial software, and development tools. AMD promotes the open source initiatives such as ROCm, Yocto frameworks, and DPDK and SPDK. Their XDNA-based NPU within the OpenVINO framework achieves 3 to 5 microsecond inference latency, 10 times faster than Intel's CPU-only solution. So reliability-wise, AMD embedded products offer 7-year design and manufacturing support each, so totally 14 years, operate industrial-grade temperature from -5 Celsius to 60 Celsius degree, and include extensive fault tolerance and power failure protections, ideal for industrial and medical uses. Now let's develop this board with the Ryzen embedded 8000 NPU. I will cover environment setup, software installation, and sample application development, sharing potential pitfalls along the way. So remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy this content.
Okay, let's dive into the full development process. So first up is the software and hardware setup. So here is the AIMB 2210 development board from Advantech. It's powered by AMD's Ryzen embedded 8000 series processor. So in addition to the board itself, you also need a cooling fan. So we'll install that in just a moment. So now, as many of you probably know, Advantech is the leading ODM player in the embedded computing space. So in recent years, they are rolling out a series of industrial boards building on AMD Ryzen and EPYC platforms. So definitely worth keeping an eye on. So for my setup, I've added a 1 terabyte SSD and a 16 gigabyte of RAM. So if we look at the I/O ports, there are 4 display outputs, 4 USB-A ports, and a dual Ethernet port. So in addition to the board, you will also need a USB keyboard and a mouse. If you're planning to do object detection, you also need a USB webcam. So don't forget an Ethernet cable to your router and a display cable to your monitor. So once everything is plugged in and power on, you might notice nothing spinning. That's because this board doesn't have a traditional power button. Instead, it uses a jumper to boot up. It might seem odd at first, but don't worry, the menu shows you exactly where the jumper is, and I will also summarize it in my documentation. So after installing Windows and booting to the system, the next step is to install all the drivers. First, you will need 5 official drivers from Advantech site. Just search for Windows 10 driver for AIMB 2210 and download them all. And I will provide exactly the link as well. And also, please note, always run the installation in administrator mode. Once drivers are in place, we'll move on to the software setup. So there are 2 key software packages to install. So first, head to the AMD's GitHub repository for Ryzen AI software. So here you will find a rich set of demos, examples, and tutorials. You need to clone them using Git. And second, download the core Ryzen AI software package. It includes essential dependencies like Visual Studio, CMake, and Python distribution, etc. Just follow the steps listed in the README and install everything accordingly. And there are 2 more critical components. One is the NPU driver and the other is the Ryzen AI software. The NPU driver is what enables the onboard AI engine, so make sure to install the correct version though. So we are going to run the object detection demo that requires version 1.4 because support of this demo was removed in 1.5 for some reason. So make sure to switch to v1.4 in the dropdown before downloading. Then you can download the Ryzen AI software from the official site. And once all installations are complete, it's time to validate everything works. Navigate to the program files, Ryzen AI software 1.4.0 folder, and run the quick test script. So to run this, you need to activate your Conda environment. You'll probably start in base, but you should see a new one named Ryzen AI 1.4.0. So use Conda, activate Ryzen AI 1.4.0 to switch. Then you can run the quick text Python script. So the script sets up the environments, load the AI model, and starts running. You will see output showing operator counts 2 on CPU and 398 on NPU. So most importantly, looking for actually running on NPU. So that confirms your inference is running on the neural processing unit. So you can also try other demos. For example, in the tutorial/hello world folder, there is a program that performs AI inference on both CPU and NPU. So in terms of the results, CPU inference time is about 0.1 second and NPU inference time is only 0.016 second. So this demonstrates there's a huge performance gain using the NPU. So now let's take a look at the camera-based object detection demo. So go to tutorial/ULV8 folder. So there are two versions, right? C++ and Python. So we'll use the Python Jupyter Notebook version. First, ensure your content environment is set up as per the README, then install all the required packages. Here's how it works. So the script runs inference on CPU to create a baseline image and locks the time around 411 microseconds. It then does the same on the embedded GPU, slightly slower than CPU, which is a bit surprisingly. So finally, it runs the inference on the NPU. After a short initialization delay, the NPU inference time comes in at just 70 microseconds, which is much faster than CPU or GPU. Of course, the detection isn't perfect, right? It might misclassify objects, such as mistakenly a wall for a bow tie. So lastly, let's try the real-time camera-based detection demo. So just hit run, and after a short delay, you will see live detection of objects like your phone, yourself, or even items in the background. So look at the task manager in Windows, and you will see the NPU utilization spike. Now that's how you know your AI workload is actually offloaded correctly.
All the development steps mentioned before are summarized in the documentation, linked down in the description below. Although I have reviewed many AI PCs previously, this is my first true NPU development and deployment experience on an embedded board. So thanks to AMD's environment and extensive open source ecosystem, I realized the significant potential of this NPU, reflecting a vast landscape for edge AI and embedded applications. So one clear indicator of a promising tech frontier is rapid technological iteration and diverse products, exemplified previously by smartphones, smart cars, and now embedded AI. Embracing new technologies or combining new tech with established markets continuously creates new opportunities. So I will continue sharing the similar contents and exploring the broader tech landscape with you. Thank you very much, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.